Hey everyone, welcome to Girlz Trip Radio. This is Prissy Dane.
This your girl Petty Erica.
Just Janika for now.
Messy Mia.
Hey. So hold on, I want to start the show off with this. Casamigos. That is the devil in a liquid bottle. I'm telling you, I know I'm not the only one. It's not funny, but I'm gonna be a little open. I promise you, every time I drink that, I wake up with no clothes on. Like, what is that all about?
And she's not the only one.
I ain't even gonna tell y'all when I was on the phone with this morning. She said it felt like somebody, and I'm gonna keep that a little secret. But she said
every time, like, I don't understand. 3 shots or more, I'm like waking up like, what the hell? Where's my phone? Like, I've never had any type of liquor that causes me to be pure naked, like literally. So I'm not understanding. I mean, it goes down smooth, so I'm not like it sets you up.
You got
like,
it.
It really sets you up because later on, I cannot tell you what happened the night of.
That's what you get.
Fun fact. I can piggyback with Kim. She told me this yesterday and then took me down Casamigos Lane. And I woke up 4:30 this morning and bust out laughing because I was naked.
Wait a minute. So how did y'all get home? And do y'all remember taking your clothes off?
Didn't I just tell you? I don't remember. I couldn't tell you. I had to look out my window and make sure my car. I didn't see my car on the driveway, so I'm like, oh shit. I was like, oh, okay. I parked in the front. Like, it's not right. It's not right.
It's not. I woke up 4:30 this morning, went to the bathroom, looked down and bust out laughing. Came back to my bed and looked and was like, hold up. Where's my significant other? What happened? Why isn't he here? Right. Like, I don't know if I did something, said something. I still don't know.
Why am I unclothed when nobody laying beside me? I had to check. I literally checked my cameras. Like, maybe he rolls out.
Right.
Yeah, when you move to Atlanta and leave them to their own demise, see what happens?
Yeah, let me tell you.
Listen.
I can't wait to get up there so I can get like y'all and be naked somewhere. I don't know who I'm gonna be naked with, but somewhere.
Oh my God.
So it's not gonna be my fault.
I ain't gonna lie though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm still gonna take me a shot. I'm still going to
go out today.
I'm still going to
All I'm saying is I gotta be going by 8 a.m. tomorrow.
I'm struggling.
That's my limit.
Don't do it, Erica. Don't let her take you down. Don't let her take you down Casamigos Lane today, okay?
Y'all see me pop in and out. That's because I had to do a little bit of work. So just I'll be back.
It's the devil.
I'm gonna stick to my little Jameson or my little whiskey style. I'm gonna stick to my little green tea.
But it's healthy though because it's not fattening. You're taking a straight shot. So
man, you didn't even know if you was fondue this morning or not.
I didn't.
Wait, another fun fact. How about
this how y'all was yesterday. Wait, I can't even show myself. Y'all woke up like this.
I woke up. You woke up.
No.
You know if he was sexually assaulted or assaulted just
ain't nothing wrong with it.
It's not. I'm gonna tell you what is something wrong with. Is I went live last night. I don't remember going live last night.
Yes, you did. And by the time I logged on, I couldn't see anything. But you went live. It said Janika was live on Instagram last night.
Listen, fun fact. I walked in church today, and while one of the elders was like, "Let me get the shot of that Patron. I know it's in the back seat."
You know what?
I was like, "Oh."
Ain't Communion Sunday, Mama. I ain't Communion Sunday.
I was like,
and
I was ushering. I was like, oh no.
Guys, I was in the house being wholesome yesterday.
Oh, saved and sanctified. Yeah. Praise the Lord.
Your hair is beautiful, Erica.
Yeah,
thank you.
She cute.
She cute.
So hold on. All right, so our era of music is extremely different. Like I feel like our era brought up a lot of legends, right? And we all know that DMX, God rest his soul, as well as Black Rob. Like, what is going on? Like, they were legends. Like DMX alone. Welcome to Girlz Trip Radio. This is Prissy Dane.
This your girl Patty Erica.
Just Janika for now.
And Messy Mia.
Hey. So hold on. I want to start the show off with this. Casamigos. That is the devil in a liquid bottle. I'm telling you, I know I'm not the only one. It's not funny, but you know, I'm being a little open. I promise you, every time I drink that, I wake up with no clothes on. Like, what is that all about?
And she's not the only one.
I ain't even gonna tell y'all when I was on the phone with this morning. She said it feel like somebody, and I'm gonna keep that a little secret. But she said
every time, like, I don't understand. 3 shots or more. I'm like waking up like, what the heck? Where's my clothes? Like, I've never had any type of liquor that causes me to be pure naked, like literally. So I'm not understanding. I mean, it goes down smooth, so I'm not like it sets you up.
You got
like,
it.
it really sets you up because later on, I cannot tell you what happened the night of.
That's what she gets.
Fun fact. I can piggyback with Kim. She told me this yesterday and then took me down Casamigos Lane. And I woke up 4:30 this morning and bust out laughing because I was naked.
Wait a minute. So how did y'all get home? And do y'all remember taking your clothes off?
Didn't I just tell you? I don't remember. I couldn't tell you. I had to look out my window, make sure I didn't see my car in the driveway. So I'm like, oh shit. I was like, oh, okay. I parked in the front. Like, it's not right. It's not right.
It's not. I woke up 4:30 this morning, went to the bathroom, looked down and bust out laughing. Came back to my bed and looked and was like, hold up, where's my significant other? What happened? Why isn't he here? Right. Like, I don't know if I did something, said something. I still don't know.
Why am I unclothed when nobody laying beside me? I had to check. I literally checked my cameras. Like, maybe he rolls out.
Right.
When you move to Atlanta and leave them to their own demise, see what happens?
Yeah, let me tell you.
Listen.
I can't wait to get up there so I can get like y'all and be naked somewhere. I don't know who I will be naked with, but somewhere.
Oh my God.
So it's not gonna be my fault.
I ain't gonna lie though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm still gonna take me a shot.
I'm still going to go out today. I'm still going to do it. All I'm saying is I gotta be going by 8 a.m. tomorrow.
I'm struggling.
That's my limit.
Don't do it, Erica. Don't let her take you down. Don't let her take you down Casamigos Lane today, okay?
Y'all see me pop in and out. That's because I had to do a little bit of work. So just I'll be back.
It's the devil.
I'm gonna stick to my little Jameson with my little whiskey style. I'm gonna stick to my little green tea.
But it's healthy though because it's not fattening. You're taking a straight shot. So
man, you didn't even know if you was fondue this morning or not.
I didn't.
Wait. Another fun fact. How about I work? I walk.
This how y'all was yesterday. Wait, I can't even show myself. Y'all woke up like this.
I woke up.
Y'all woke up.
No,
You know if he was sexually assaulted or assaulted
Ain't
yourself.
nothing wrong with it.
it's
Well,
not. I'm gonna tell you what is something wrong with. Is I went live last night. I don't remember going live last
Yes, you
night.
did. And by the time I logged on, I couldn't see anything. But you went live. It said Janika was live on Instagram last night.
Listen, fun fact. I walked in church today, and while one of the elders was like, "Let me get the shot at Patron. I know it's in the back seat."
You know what?
I was like, "Oh."
ain't Communion Sunday, Mama. I ain't Communion Sunday.
I was like,
carry my
and,
own
and I was ushering. I was like, "Oh no."
Guys, I was in the house being wholesome yesterday.
Oh, saved and sanctified. Praise the Lord.
Your hair is beautiful, Erica.
Yeah, thank you.
She cute.
She cute.
So hold on. All right. So our era of music is extremely different. Like I feel like our era brought up a lot of legends, right? And we all know that DMX passed away. God rest his soul. As well as Black Rob. Like, what is going on? Like, they were legends. Like DMX alone. I mean, I knew every song. I grew up with his music was in high school. I think it was. I'm telling my age. Don't judge me, judge your mother, because she old too. And Black Rob, whoa, like come on, like, and he looked so bad though. Like he didn't look like he was 50. He looked like he was like 70, 80 years old in the hospital. Like he had a hard life because he was locked up for robbery, if I'm not mistaken, for a while. Because that's when, he wasn't doing the music kind of, I don't know what happened behind the music scene. When it comes to the music industry, a lot of stuff happens behind the scenes that we don't know, such as DMX. I didn't know DMX was beef with Jay-Z until recently when he passed. But when you look at DMX, his addiction. So he was a godly man. He did not deny God whatsoever. Wherever he went,
he couldn't deny him.
He was a traveling preacher. Like that's how I felt. Like he was a traveling preacher. He's preaching to the world, even through his addiction. Because we got a lot of people who have addictions, whether it's drugs, alcohol, sex, whatever your addiction is, it's addiction that covered up, like they act like they holier than thou, and they're not doing enough. But with him, he like, look, I'm flawed, and we all flawed because it's the flesh that has to die daily. But it was a battle with him, because that's why he always talk about the devil, the devil and the angel in one hand. Like, but it's so sad to see to know that his addiction literally
got the best of him.
Best of him.
Yeah, he was definitely anointed. He was a man of God, although he had those addictions or whatever. He was anointed. You could not deny. You could see God all over him, even when he was high. Like it's just sad that the devil was able to get the best of him. He was succumbed to those issues, and I'm praying for him and his family. Like it's crazy that we lost another person that we look up to, we respect and love their music, and he's gone. So R.I.P.D.
It was just like one of the things that his sister did a very emotional YouTube about the upbringing of her brother and how his life spiraled down. And he also told a little story about how Reddy Ron tricked him at the age of 14 by lacing his weed with crack. And that's how he got addicted. And he started tearing up during the interview when he was telling the story, because he said, why would somebody do that? Somebody that you looked up to, somebody that said they loved him, that wanted to see him progress. Why would he do that at such a young age? And that's how his addiction began. So his life, his mom gave him up. His sister was saying like how, people didn't want him and they just kept passing him along. So it's just like sometimes when people enter our lives and think they're the best for us, or we think we're getting better, they're really there as as a very toxic person, and try to steer you and down a road you really don't want to go. So he was an innocent child that was born into the drug life, and it stayed with him. That's all he really knew. And I watched the Dr. Phil when they like broke down a lot of his songs, and he said in every album he would put a prayer and a song. Like he knew his scriptures, he knew who God was. Like he could sit there and talk to God like he was having a conversation with him. So like he will truly, truly be missed. He was a person before his time, but he was very iconic.
His legacy will live on, definitely.
Definitely will. And with Black Rob, that situation with him in the hospital, just to know that he literally withered away, within a week's timing, week or two timing. And so, it's just sad to see our kings out here dying from, drug addictions that are extremely intelligent movement makers. Like they literally, especially DMX, had an impact on a lot of people. They look past the addiction, because you know how you see junkies on the street, like, oh shit, they gonna ginger, But with DMX, he wasn't a junkie. Like, I don't care if we call him nodding, like he was DMX, like dog, like he was DX. So it's just sad. So our prayers go out to both of their family and
Absolutely.
all of his kids. All of them, because he definitely believed in being fruitful and multiplying. That's no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
And I love how his children some of them are very successful, despite, and that kind of hit home for me, because I don't know if you guys know, but I am a product of both of my parents being drug users. Both of my parents were intravenous drug users. They shot heroin. My father all my life. My mother probably from the age of maybe between 6 and 8 or something when she started using. But however, I love how the children, despite the fact that their father, I don't know what their mothers are doing, but their father's, their father was, an addict. They still were able to, be successful in spite of. I like those success stories.
Yeah. So I mean, kudos to you, because you're a very, very successful entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur. So,
wow, I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have my grandparents. My grandparents were an intricate part of my life. If it wasn't for them, I don't know where I would be. And several other people, and in my family or whatever. But if it wasn't for my grandmother, yeah,
I love Granny.
yeah, she's amazing.
Mama, that's what it is. That's one of them praying mothers right there.
Yes, absolutely.
I think one of the things for me too, my dad was a very heavy user. And my mom was the forefront of everybody. She's the one that continued to me and my sister. So my dad had other kids, and the 3 kids he had prior to marrying my mom, they were in the drug life with my dad. But my mom, did keep me and my sister covered, where we were able to get further than my dad did, and then what my other siblings did. Was able to overcome a lot of things. But, I took care of my dad up until he passed, because I had to come to the realization it wasn't him when he was on drugs, or it was the drug. I literally had to learn it was the drug that was making him act like this. So it made me kind of look at him in a different light. It made me take addiction classes to understand what addiction was.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to love him in a different way as my father, and still respect him as my father, instead of resenting him for the things that I had to go through. Because I was a daddy's little girl. So, to hear and find out at the age of 12 that my dad was a user and my mother tried to hide it, which made me rebel against her a lot. But once I got to learn what it was, who he was, I was able to love him in a different way, love him on his level. I was watching TD Jakes one day, and he said something. He said, You can't give someone 10-gallon love that was only used to 2-gallon love. You have to learn to love people on their level and level where they are, and then they'll grow.
Yes.
With
That's
you
powerful.
and grow more. So I had to stop and step back and love my dad on his level where he was. And I was able to nurture him and care for him until he departed from this world. It's hard for me, but a lot of times we pray for things and we never know how God is going to give it to you. So I've always prayed for a clean father. I didn't want my dad on drugs anymore. And although he passed with no methadone in the system, no heroin in the system, no type of drug in the system. So, we ask God for things. Like I tell people, well, we don't know how, it's going to come. And when I think about DMX, if you really listen to all his interviews and everything that he ever talked of, you could always sense a tiredness in his voice. Like he was always tired of being who he was, but he never gave up. Like he always prayed. He always turned to God. He always wanted his kids to be better than what he was. But he didn't realize how great and impactful he was already, regardless of the ailment that he had and the addiction that he had.
That's amazing, Erica. To piggyback on it a little bit with my dad, he couldn't hide his. Nobody could hide because he had that dope thing that. Listen, my friends would come over, them people to get high, they get the clean and the sweep. He be sweeping 2:00 in the morning. Oh, you swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. My girlfriends be like, "What's that noise?" He be, like, "Girl, go to bed. That's my father." It was crazy, but I'm glad that your dad was able to, before he passed, to get clean and stuff like that. And to be honest, my father was clean when he passed. He was on drugs for so long, and he actually died. I thought he was going to die from his drug abuse, but he actually passed away from a massive heart attack after being clean for a while. So
my dad too, yeah. So I mean, we got our prayers were answered. My dad was in the nursing home, so he was clean of everything. But the thing that you thought they were going to pass from, they did, and it was something totally different.
Yeah.
Wow.
So kudos to you for being an amazing young woman in spite of.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's hard. Sometimes you just want your dad there because, like, I think I went through a stage where, I finally had a clean father. I finally had a clean dad. I knew where he was, and he was in his right mind. Although he was lethargic sometimes because of his health, it was like I could have a real conversation. So it's just like, you asked for a clean dad, I gave you one, but then took him like right after. But I was still able to experience what it was like to have a dad for a month or so.
It took me a very long time to understand addiction. I probably was married. I know for a fact my ex-husband was the person who helped me understand addiction from the other side, from being a drug dealer. Not when we were together prior to us getting together, but because he was once a drug dealer, he told and taught me from a different perspective about drug addiction. Because for a long time, and I got married when I was 25, so for a very long, and like I said, I used drugs all my life. So for a very long time, I had hatred and anxiety and a lot of mean things from my parents. I called my father by his first name. I was very mean to my mother because I didn't understand addiction. It took me a very long time. And once I understood it wasn't a choice, that it was actually a disease, it made it much better for us. Our relationships went. But sadly, my mother passed before we could ever really rekindle a relationship, mother-daughter relationship, once I understood. But however, I did wind up understanding, and I hope people out there who are listening, watching, or whatever, who have drug addicted parents or family members, you guys educate yourself about it, because it's not a choice. It's actually a disease, and they need help. On a lighter note,
it's crazy because it was really hard for us to try to find something lighter to talk about, with everything that's going on with our Black men and
right,
police officers, it's just sad. Like it's happening back to back to back. Our men are being killed, and it's just not out of fear. It's just blatant racism in a sense too. So it's like, where will it stop? When can I get pulled over and really not be worried about whether or not I'll be able to pull away in my car and not in the ambulance or in a black body bag? At this point, as a black man, I would be scared to pull over. Like the police pulling me over, I'm gonna drive to the nearest police station, and then you can search me and do whatever you want to do and tell me what the violation is. But right now, as a black man, I would fear for my life when it comes to the people in blue. And it's just not black officers. I mean, white officers. You got the white woman who, quote unquote, and which I don't understand. How do you mistakenly?
She didn't.
Like,
she did not mistake it. She didn't. You know a difference. There's a different weight. There's a different shape of a taser and a gun. Like a Glock does not weigh the same as a taser. Like that was bogus. That's BS. And if they let her get away with that, it should be hell to pay. That's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy.
I have a son, and it just makes me so scared and terrified.
You should be.
And like I'm totally overprotective, and I have to get him to understand, like, you know, this is the reality that we live in, and I want him to come home and turn the key every day. I don't want to have a thought what's going on with my child. Like he just went to his friend's house, and I'm like, Kimberly, he's responsible. I played the video. He sent the video of him locking the door and walking to his friend's house, and kids shouldn't have to live in fear like that.
Should not.
No one should have to live in fear like that.
Should not.
Of the color of your skin. It's okay for my ancestors to work their asses off to
build this country.
Build this country on their damn backs. For you to turn around.
Still think we're less than.
Yeah, it bothers me really, really bad. And it's so sad that we're out here burying our young men, our black men, because of stupidity, because of this fear of the buck. Because I think back in the days they called the black men bucks, if I'm not mistaken. And it's you still have that buck mentality in today's timing. Like it's crazy to me.
It's ignorance.
And I feel like racism will always be here. And it's so sad. And it's like, we can't protect ourselves. They police. So we can't shoot back. I saw the video where blatantly a white man in his truck. I don't know if y'all saw that video where they did everything in their power to try to stop this man. Like they barricaded him. He driving off going crazy. Never once did they tase him. Never once did they shoot him.
Didn't have to see that video, but I've seen many with the same results. Like, when white men are in trouble with the law, they are not scared. They cuss them out. They talk back. They do all types of stuff that our black men cannot do. So no, I didn't see that video, but I've seen plenty videos and shows where white men don't have the same outcome. They can shoot up a whole theater, and the police officers, they're gonna arrest them and ask them, do they want some water?
Or take them to Burger King. Hello?
That part.
Even the one with the sergeant, I don't want to disrespect. Was he a sergeant?
He
lieutenant?
Was a lieutenant.
Yeah, I don't want to disrespect his rank. Even with the lieutenant, that right there got to me because you had this man in uniform. He don't have to, like, he's risked his life for this country. And you had the audacity to disrespect him like that.
And he drove to a lit place. He drove to a gas station because he was a black man in fear of what could happen with the police, which is crazy. He's currently serving our country, protecting and serving our country. And he still knows better than to pull over with the police behind him in a dark area. So he drove to the gas station where it was a well-lit area, and they still disrespected that man. That was horrible. That was hard to watch.
The thing that pissed me off the most when the video got released, the other half of it, how they're trying to negotiate with them, saying, I've been on your side, so we can just forget about this and you can go ahead about your business. And, you know, I don't want you to get charged on both sides with the military police and us, or we could take you into custody for criminal charges. So you're giving me a choice to, because I see it through.
They was playing mind games with
go
him.
to jail and see it through, or let me go and forget all about it. No, I'm gonna tell you, let me go, and I'm gonna still file a complaint and still see it through. That wasn't even a good choice. That wasn't even something you were even supposed to present to him. Period.
Well, what needs to happen is their pensions. They will stop pulling their guns out when they have to pay for killing us. When they have to pay for killing us, they'll stop pulling that. They'll think twice before they pull their guns out. When they kill us, instead of, even if they don't go to jail, but if they lose their pensions, if they have to pay if they have to start, like D.L. Hughley said this week, he said it so eloquently when he said, just like the medical profession, they have to have what is it called, malpractice insurance. If the police officers say they accidentally shot one of us, if they had to pay into a malpractice insurance when we sue them for accidentally killing us, they have to pay for that. They will stop accidentally killing us.
Well, when I like the idea of them losing their pension, but I need them to lose their jobs too.
Oh, absolutely.
So you don't have your pension and you don't have the job, so you can go ahead and be a RoboCop at somebody's $50 store.
No, they won't even want to keep their jobs if they know they can lose their pension after doing something like that. They won't even want to keep their jobs after that. So the mere fact of them being able to, us people being able to hit their pockets, that's what will change a lot of things, I believe.
It's just sad. I just, like, as a black man, I don't know. And Diamond, if you want to just chime in, how do you feel as a black man currently in America? He smoked. I can tell you what Erica said, but anyway.
Yes, Diamond. How do you feel?
If Diamond could chime in from a male's perspective, how do you feel as a black man?
What was that wise crack she said?
I just, I
try to say I'm not black.
No, I didn't say.
Okay, all right.
I was getting ready to say, because that 20-year-old that got shot, his mother was white.
Yeah.
And he was was mixed. So it don't matter how light your skin is.
Listen.
1 ounce of that nigga in you.
Okay.
Little 8 ounce part of it. Yeah. The mulatto part of you.
Yeah. I mean, it feels worse than it has now, in more recent memories, definitely.
Because
I guess always, even when I first started driving as a teenager, when a police officer is behind, get behind your car or near you, you have a sense of anxiety. There's nervousness, but that was a different time. Now it's just a whole different type of feeling. Before, I think that my fear was, I guess getting arrested or something like that. Now the fear is even not death. The fear wasn't death. The fear was I'm going to call my mother and tell her I'm locked up, something like that. Now the fear is it could be a fatal thing for just a traffic stop, just something, super that's supposed to be just minor. Yeah.
And that you shouldn't have to live like that.
Yeah.
Nobody should have to live like that. You shouldn't have to live in fear just to be breathing because of the color of your skin. That's ridiculousness.
Wow.
That's true. I'm back. Hey y'all. Yeah, because I was looking at some stuff, and it's like 900 police shootings, and only like 2% really get looked at. We're still with no resolve. So it's just hard to be black in America these days.
Yep, it's always getting better. We're gonna have to work 10
male or female.
Right.
Predominantly male, but male or female.
Mm-hmm. Have y'all been keeping up with the Chauvin trial?
Yes, absolutely.
So the both the prosecution and the defense presented their cases and rested. It's up to the jury. What do y'all think is going to happen? We're probably going to get the verdict this week. So what do y'all think is going to happen?
I mean, it's crazy. You talking about George Floyd, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You just never know. People been presenting evidence before. Jurors been presenting evidence before, and you think it's a slam dunk case, but we wasn't there through the whole trial. We didn't see everything. We didn't hear everything. So at this point, I don't know what might happen.
I did.
What
I
I
saw
think
everything.
should
Well,
happen.
I saw everything that they aired. Absolutely. I watched everything that they aired. And like I agree with you. It's so unpredictable because you just never know what the jury is gonna decide.
Yeah.
What I hope they set a precedent and give him the book, whatever he can get, the max that he can get for it. But like you said, you just never know. I think that the judge, when he told them that they didn't sequester the jury when the other incident happened with the 20-year-old, I think the judge gave them an out because now they can, if he does get found guilty, they can file an appeal because they can say that the jury was tainted by the incidents that happened 10 miles from where the courthouse and stuff was at. So it's so hard. It's so hard.
It's like it's all set up. It's all set up for them to be able to have an appeal. So what judge?
Even with his lawyer, if y'all watched it, his lawyer did not represent him well, and I think that was a farce too. I believe that they did that because if they lose, he can appeal on. He didn't have proper representation, so I think the whole thing I think the whole thing is a farce. I hope that they find him guilty and stuff, but I think that they left those two doors open for him to have an appeal, and I think he's going to be granted an appeal, and then by the time he goes to trial again. You know how America is. We forget so easily and so fast. All the millions of people that's probably watching now is not going to watch next year when he finally goes to trial again and so on and so forth. So who knows? What you guys think, Erica and Kim?
I just feel like there was enough evidence alone to convict him. I feel like if he is not found guilty, there's going to be a riot. And
I'm gonna be out there this time, though.
You be in Pennsylvania?
I'm going down. I'm going down Lenox.
There is going to be a riot, and I think this riot is not going to be containable. I really think
it's not.
It's not. It's not because something has to give. And
I just hope that we, as Black people, I'm sorry, Erica, I really apologize. I just have to say this. I hope that we don't destroy our own neighborhood because when Samir just said that, I was jokingly getting ready to say something about Mondawmin. But however, I really hope that we have learned to stop destroying our own neighborhood. So if there is a riot, Erica, I hope they do it in the white folks' neighborhoods.
We go to another listen. I'm not gonna promote.
I know we're not promoting it, but however,
if so happen that you do decide to go in there area,
don't F up our stuff.
Towson, go. Pikesville. Go out there.
Last time y'all threw a brick and messed up a store where I got my egg rolls from, and they ain't do nothing to you. They ain't do nothing to y'all.
Y'all remember with when they did on North Avenue on CVS, they rampaged CVS, and then the seniors in our neighborhood and our communities couldn't get their prescriptions and stuff. Like, don't do that to us.
I was out there cleaning up the mess that was made from that Freddie Gray riot.
Yes.
It's so sad. I'm just hoping that this go around, because it's very rare that an officer is charged and
want to make an example
and arrested for a heinous crime such as this. So I'm hoping that this go around that they make an example out of his ass, and they do. Girl, I cannot wait when they close that jail cell, that they Oh, I'm pretty sure that he's not going to survive. He's not going to survive.
They always put officers on Punk City. They are never with gen population.
Period. He's not going to survive. Somebody, some CO, what is it? No, CO. Some CO forget to lock that stall. Somebody is. He's not going to survive. If he been
killed himself because he know he's not going to survive. But he still, even when he decided to plead the fifth, I thought that was so hilarious. Like his lawyer just did him a whole disservice, and I think they left the door open for an appeal. I don't even think that, and he was so arrogant in the whole situation, from him killing George Floyd even to pleading the fifth. He was just so arrogant that I think he still feel like it's okay to do what he did.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that I think they're gonna convict him. They're going to convict him.
Speak it.
And when he gets to jail, he's not going to survive. When he gets to prison, he's not going to survive. No gen pop, no nothing is going to save his ass. Period. It's just not.
Well, speak it into existence.
Yeah, because you blatantly took that man's life in front of everybody.
The world.
You stopped the EMS trying to do service and like you blatantly killed him.
Took a needle in his neck and
in front of the world.
You knew each other. Y'all used to bounce together. Y'all used to do other things together. Now it gives us motive and things to believe that it was a personal thing. You may not have liked him, period.
Whatever his reason was, for him to do that in such a heinous manner, and during court, you know about George Floyd's drug addiction, you knew all the negative things about George Floyd, but not one time did they allow for his past, the 17 charges, that the 17 things that was against him when he did wrong things to people. They couldn't bring any of that to the table, but you would think that George Floyd was on trial, the way they talked about his behaviors and everything that happened in his life, that when he's the victim.
They always, it's the character thing. They always try to destroy a person's character to quote unquote justify. I feel like they try to justify a reason as to why this man should have died like that.
Yeah, like, but if it was you or I on trial, they would talk about our character. But even though he was fired and he's no longer a police officer, they were still protecting him as if he was. Because if it was a regular Joe Smoke on trial, that person's character would have been, that evidence would have came out.
And that was guilt in itself, because if he got fired from his job, and they do lengthy investigations in the police department when they're ready to let someone go.
They couldn't even bring that up.
Because he got fired, it's probable cause, too, that they could have submitted his... He did it. Look at the body cam. We all saw it. It's just because I don't know.
The judge said that they could not bring up his past because it would take the jury. Yeah, like it's a setup. Like, it's crazy.
And I know that they didn't let all the footage enter into existence. You really didn't use all the footage. Did they just use the body cam footage? Or did they use everybody's footage?
No, they used everybody. No, they let all of that in. They let all of them. They showed all that stuff. They showed all the videos. And the prosecution, their witnesses were thorough. The defense was bogus. Prosecution was very thorough. All of the doctors and everything that they presented was very good. The only way he's gonna really probably get off is if he's able to file an appeal. And then, months down the line, get retried, and then have a different jury and a different attorney. And, I think that's the only way he gonna probably get off, if he gets off.
Yeah, it's sad. So we just gotta keep our people in prayer.
Absolutely. Amen to that.
A positive note. So I want to say thank you to the government for acknowledging Juneteenth now. It's now a holiday.
Yay.
Now a holiday. So make sure you Yay. Holiday. My birthday is a holiday.
Okay.
So we want to make sure
you and Jai, my baby birthday, y'all share birthday.
Ain't something special. Pool party at Janika's house.
Absolutely. And we're gonna wear all black bathing suits in honor of Juneteenth.
I'm not coming.
I like that.
I'm not. If the cicadas are gone, yes.
Cicadas. I don't like them either.
I'm gonna get a dome. I'm gonna get a dome over the pool.
Girl, they're gonna be all over the place.
We're gonna be like, hurry up, get in.
You little blind suckers. Oh my gosh. So I think we're good for today. It was a little, sad show. Not sad, but
informative.
Very informative.
It had to be discussed.
Yeah, it did. We can't ignore it. We can't ignore the death.
We can't talk about penises and all that all the time. We gotta get to reality.
Yes, we can. Let me say about this penis I saw last night.
Oh, I want to know too, because what color was it?
Wait a minute, how did we get here?
What color was it?
You started it. You said penis.
I just said we can't talk about it all the time.
You started it. Now we're gonna finish it. What color was it, girl?
Saved me.
If I tell you, I have to kill you.
Look at me.
Hold up. What did I miss?
When we say penis,
you try right in. Somebody say penis. You come right in.
You did.
What did I miss? Because I heard penis. And I get excited about that type of word.
So what happened with the pina?
Wait a minute, you swallowed it.
Oh my God.
Well, she made your face.
I don't swallow.
I had to take my leg. Wait
a minute.
I don't even want to
She made the face.
I can't comprehend.
Diamond saved me.
He can't. Because he want to know.
So what's the fun fact? Janika, what's the fun fact?
For the fun fact.
Swallowed the penis.
Fun fact is, I'm not telling you.
That's so disrespectful.
I'll tell you offline. It was fun talking to you guys. Love y'all.
Wait a minute, Janika. Wait a minute.
Blame it on the Casamigos. She can't remember it.
No more Casamigo for none of y'all. Okay.
So hold up. This is the fun fact. Do we want to go to Vegas for our girls trip, or we want to go to Miami to Pharrell and them new hotel? It looks pretty.
Well, Vegas was going to be very inexpensive, so I would say Vegas, but y'all choose. I'm going wherever y'all. I'll go with the group.
But we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the group too.
I'm gonna be working.
All right, so
I got ball on the budget. I'm broke. No, I'm not broke. I'm not speaking that to existence, but
No.
but I need a ball on the budget.
And all your bills are paid.
Yes, they are blessed. I'm blessed.
On a
I'll
Sunday.
receive it.
All right, so this has been fun, Girlz Trip Radio. I'm Prissy Day.
I'm Petty Erica.
Just Janika for now.
Messy Mia. Don't forget to tune into Girlz Trip Radio on Sundays whenever we tell y'all.
Right? What's the
We be out there.
5 p.m.
We be
We
out
ain't
there.
do last part.
So
What do we want to do?
we might bring you some breaking news anytime.
We gonna be there on Sunday. Look, when we give you a dose of reality, what's the rest of it?
When we give you a whole lot of love.
Yes.
When we give you a whole bunch of truth with a dose of reality, all with love.
All with love. Mwah.
And Janika, you gonna tell us about that penis?
Yeah, FaceTime me.
Yeah, we're gonna do a group FaceTime. And you gonna
you a black.
That's why you